Hello, 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 everyone.
Hello, hello. How is
Well,
everyone doing out there? Welcome to Content Creators Connect. Here we are all about encouraging the three C's: connecting with others via video, content development that builds your personal brand, and creators sharing their experiences despite their distance.
so for those joining us for the first time, let's get to know the C3 team. My name is Kevin, also known as ClasicMac to my online community, and as I'm a very strong advocate of finding those low-cost tools to help you in your live streaming journey. And unfortunately, Dori can't be with us tonight, so I had to wear the glasses to get the glass representation for the day. So Dori, or DSpence, is unable to join this evening due to her commitment to her students and parents at Meet the Teacher Night. She specializes in helping people build confidence in their area of technology. She believes everyone can become a techspert in their own right. And then over on the far side is Coach Manny, who is coaching us up in the world of social media marketing as well as pursuing his passion of streaming about true crime.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, say, where's the applause button? Need to get that for next time.
Yeah, good thinking.
So tonight we're actually going to be talking about audio, which is going to be a lot of fun because I have different toys here that I'm going to be showing everyone. So, as we'll just have a quick discussion about how and why audio is important to live streaming video, because audio is actually like 50% of a video, even though you may have an amazing video. If the audio quality isn't matching that video quality, your viewers may click away. And there are some videos out there that it's just a talking head and they're explaining stuff, so people may just decide to listen to that audio instead of actually watching the video as well. So yeah, Manny, why don't you jump in and say why you think audio is important in your live stream?
Personally, whether it's live stream or just video in general, I think audio is like almost the most important part, because if they don't understand you, if they don't hear you, you can easily lose your audience right out of the gate. Literally, you can lose your audience right out of the gate if the sound is not good or things are not matching up. Now, if your sound is good and the video may be off, they're more forgiving for that. But if your sound is no good and your audio and your visual is good, they're not very forgiving. They don't know what you're saying. They don't understand you. They're not finding that comfort zone with you. That's what I love about videos, because it's you and your personality coming through. Granted, at the beginning, we're coming through with fear, but over time, as we get more comfortable, we're getting to be a little more of our authentic self, little by little, because at first we're so worried about messing up, and it causes us to mess up, causes us not to be natural. But if you have good audio, you're already ahead of the game. That's one of my first upgrades I always suggest. If you're going to upgrade some streaming equipment, make sure you upgrade that audio first.
No, absolutely. So why don't we just jump on in to our content of the evening? But before we begin, oh, I forgot to put you up, Manny. Here, let me just add you in. I knew there was one spot that I forgot. So let's just add Manny in to, not there, but we
As
will
I'm
move
drinking
him
my
over.
water.
will move them over. And don't you just love live streams?
This
Always
is part
exciting.
of it. Raw and uncut.
Literally uncut. There we go.
Awesome. Good job.
So now we have the three of us together. And before we begin talking about the content, I just want to say, remind you to subscribe. We are a newer channel, and we'd love for you to be able to share our content with your friends so that we can bring more value to you. So, as I said above, audio comprises about 50% of your video, and you need that audio to help your audience to keep your audience engaged in your content. Many of you think that audio is going to cost you a lot of money when you get set up, when in fact, you really don't need to go and spend that much money to get started. And that should not be a reason to prohibit you from starting your streaming journey. As I have said many times before, use what you get to get you started. And as Manny has said, as you get experience and are able to afford it, upgrade as you go along. But don't think that you have to have the perfect studio and the perfect mic before starting. It's definitely some people's in their mindset, they think that they have to have that perfect equipment. But no, as we keep saying, content is the most important of the live streaming journey and video recording, as opposed to the technology that you have around to get your message out there. So you don't have to go out and buy the most expensive equipment out there just to get started. Like there are some examples that I'm going to show you here in a moment that basically you can use what you already have to get started. For instance, your camera has a microphone built into it. If you're going to be doing it via your phone has a microphone built in it. So that is a good way to actually start. So you don't need to go out and buy all these $200 or $300 external microphones and have it plugged into your phone if that is your only device that you have to capture your content. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with using the mic on your phone if you happen to be using that as your device. But just a couple things to keep in mind, that if you are going to use your phone, do not record outdoors. Your mics on your phone are very sensitive and they can pick up a lot of ambient noise, as the breeze that crosses it will get picked up very easily. The technology of phones these days just keeps getting better and better. So if you are going to have to record outside, go to a place that has recommending you go inside rather than outside with your phone. And then when you are recording inside, go to a place that has a lot of sound absorption. But what I mean by that is an area that has carpet on the floor, either a floor carpet or an area rug, drapes, cloth blinds on your windows, and some kind of material items behind the camera that will absorb the sound from bouncing off the wall in front of you and bouncing back. So like these items could be like sound panels, foam sound panels, cloth furniture, canvas art, and hardwood floors and blank walls are not your audio friends at all. The idea is that you do not want to have a hard, flat surface that will allow your voice to project forward and then bounce back towards your microphone, causing an echo. Also, if you are using your mic in a room or your phone mic in a room, close the door and let others know that you are recording, and to keep the noise down to a minimum while you're recording, because like I said, those phone mics are quite sensitive and are able to pick up a lot of that extra noise. So if you have a microphone that you plan to plug into your phone, or connect via Bluetooth, make sure that microphone has some sort of material covering it. Traditionally, you put what's called a dead cat on it, which is one of these things that covers the microphone to cut out the wind and ambient noise that definitely happens. So if you don't have a dead cat, don't go and injure your little pet and use their fur, because that's just not nice at all. So, yeah, if you don't have one of those, like I said, use what you have. Um, yeah, use what you have. So you don't have to go out and purchase that. You can use something as simple as a sock, because it's material that covers the microphone and will absorb and prevent that air and ambient noise from getting through. So use what you've got. And by using a sock, you don't have to have your microphone in your visual shot as well. You can just have it off to the side or just out of frame. Like, for instance, my microphone that I have up here, it is just out of frame. And it has that dead cat on it. So I have it out of frame so you don't see it. And now to get it back into position. There we go. And another option is to use your headphones. Most earbuds and wireless earphones have microphones built into them, so you're able to connect them wirelessly and actually use them. And I'm hoping my computer behind me didn't fall asleep, because I'll give you a sample of what each of these sort of sound like. So for myself, my main studio mic is a Blue Yeti mic, and bought it for about $157 Canadian on Amazon. And I have a secondary mic, and it's called a Fifine USB mic, and that's sort of the more budget-friendly one. That's $45, and actually has some pretty good sound quality. And then my headphone mic that I'm going to share with you is it's called a Jaybird X4 wireless Bluetooth headphones. And it's a set that's, I know earbuds and different wireless headphones, they're very personal because they different sizes and different models fit into different people's ears differently. Like, for instance, the Apple earbuds, they don't stay in my ears. So I walk or I talk and my jaw is moving and they pop out. I know Manny has some awesome earbuds as well that I'm guessing he probably searched around a while to find some that actually fit and are comfortable in his ears. So definitely it is all a personal choice. And I have one that I actually bought as a prop as opposed to a usable microphone, but it is an actual usable microphone, which I'll show you in a second here. And the last one I have is an old iPhone. You can use that as a microphone. And this, people like iPhone 6s, iPhone 7s, like we're up to iPhone 13 now. People are getting rid of all their old devices because they can't use it anymore. But the technology is still there and it works well. Using it either for a camera or for a microphone is a very useful, and I'm pretty sure you could find some on eBay or Kijiji for a relatively cheap price. If not, people may be giving them away. So let's just go through a few of these examples so that you can actually hear the difference in quality of these different mics. So right now I'm talking on my Yeti mic. Like I said, this is my main studio mic. So we're going to jump on over to, it's called the Fifine mic, which is just a little mic that stands on a little tripod. So I'll just put it down at a fair distance.
And now we're actually be talking like that. So now you can actually hear a bit of a difference between of what a main studio mic is and another USB mic that is just slightly, I would say probably about 2 feet away from me. And you can always go in and play with some of the audio settings as well. And the next mic I have, it's made by Pile, and I liked it because it was more of a prop and very good for photography. But it actually is an XLR microphone. So I have it plugged in and thought I'd give it a try, and it sounds decent. So that if you can play with the audio levels once again and make it sound how you want it to sound. And then over here is your iPhone mic. So I actually have this on a stand, so you can use it and bring it close as a regular microphone, and you can have it like about 2 feet away, and you can sort of hear the echo that's going on because my voice is actually bouncing off my monitor back on to the iPhone. So the placement is very important of where you put these microphones as well. And the last one. And the last one is my, oh, I guess that's a little loud. Where are we here? Here is that a little better, but you can give that a try and see what it sounds like and play it with the audio levels again.
Can't hear you.
This one has a microphone right on the side,
Can't hear you.
so you can actually talk right into it. So
I'm going to go back to my main mic because, wow, trying to listen to myself in my ear and talking, that is very difficult. So, but I did want to have those in my ear just so I knew I wasn't too loud or too quiet. But as you go through all of those, you can notice there's a bit of a difference in the tone and quality. So once again, those are some ideas for you to think about when you're actually ready to go and use a microphone for your live stream or for recording some of your video. And like I said, be aware of your surroundings. The ambient noises are going to be around. Like myself, I have a little fan underneath my desk blowing on me just to keep me nice and cool, but that could be blowing in the path of the microphone. So be aware of those little things and make some adjustments and tweaks to the settings of your microphones as you go. So from that, let's have a discussion to find out more about what everyone else uses, because this is more to show you that you don't need to go out and purchase the most expensive microphone out there at this time. You can get started with anything. You can start with like your earbuds. You can start with wireless headphones that you have. You can start with like for instance, like your gaming set headset with your microphone would be a good alternative as well. So we'll head on over and we'll have a discussion and see what kind of experiences that Coach Manny has had.
I absolutely love it. And let me tell you, audio is honestly, to me, it's a big headache. It's so important, but it's tough to get everything right. Forgive us for our delay today, but we had audio issues. I was using Google Chrome, and I personally couldn't figure out, like, okay, somehow or another Chrome is stopping me. I don't use it much, right? So it was defaulting to something I don't even use, and then I had to figure it out, working through it. That caused the delay. And so audio is so key. Kevin, you really made that simple and even given so many options. And you even said it. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg out of the gate. Now, you did hit on something that I've actually been thinking about getting. There are moments in my streaming or video production where I kind of have little screeches, and sometimes my words come through muzzled, and like I have to really, when I'm editing, I'm like, what did I try to say there? And I think some of that is because I need to get a cover. Now, I do use what's called um, RTX, I believe. Am I saying that right? I use what is called RTX, and yeah, RTX Voice is a NVIDIA product. And what it does, it gets rid of the background noise and it just focuses on me. That way I can have the fan going. In my office, I don't really get good ventilation. So I want to be able to block out the back noise. I don't want people to hear the fan going, right? You can't hear the fan going. You can't hear anything outside of me. So a lot of gamers use this software in order to get rid of all the background noise. And so that may also be where I get a little of my screeching from as well. So it's almost like a double-edged sword. But I have been thinking about getting like a screen or something, feeling like maybe that will help. I don't know about how I feel about that sock idea, because normally, like, I like the idea, but I would have to make sure the camera's away. So I might try it, but make sure the camera is not. Yeah, I mean, should I say the mic is not out in front where it looks like a sock?
No, exactly. And yeah, definitely getting a pop filter in front of your mic, it does help. A lot of the, like, the pa 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 that you get, that a dead cat kind of
Yes.
makes that go away. But if you're just talking directly into the mic, it may pick up and may even exaggerate it that much more. So yeah, even that pop filter will help. And yeah, definitely, I heard the idea of the sock, but same as you. It's like, no, that's not going to be in the shot. That has to be out of shot. So whether it's a boom mic above you and it's covered, or and just imagine the looks if you're outside with a sock on your microphone and you're interviewing somebody.
Especially if you're outside, that will not work.
Yeah.
I know with one of my mics, I think it was a lapel mic, I did get that thing, and along with another mic. So, but what did you refer to it as?
A pop filter?
The pop filter.
Yeah.
That's the furry looking thing, right? Pop filter.
No, this is a dead cat.
Dead cat. Yeah, that's what I would. Dead cat.
Yeah, like DEADCAT.
Interesting. It looks furry.
It definitely
So,
is.
but a pop filter is the thing that goes over, right?
Correct.
Okay, that makes sense. That's awesome stuff. That's awesome. So we probably should move on to as we close this baby out. Is there an overlay there? Okay. You gotta forgive us. Our leader is not with us tonight, so we're unorthodox as we work through these technical hiccups. See what happens when you use a software, someone else uses software, someone else uses it, and it's not all the same software. Guess what? When it's your turn to lead, you're working through the technical challenges. You guys saw a couple weeks ago, we had a technical challenge, right? And it happens. But what do you do when those technical challenges happen? You roll with those challenges. Because here's the truth. And I could remember this. And Kevin, as you taught on audio, I'm not going to lie, it brought back some flashbacks. Because I could remember so many nights working on audio as I was learning OBS. And then as I was learning vMix. The audio, my wife came in not too long ago and she was just seeing me just clicking away, no problems. But she made the comment, I could remember when you had so much
Ah,
problems with this. And truth is, on audio, sometimes I still have hiccups, like tonight. It happens. You work through it. There's normally just a button you're not pressing. At least I feel like that anyway. But my friends, if you enjoy content like this and you are finding it useful, we would love it if you'd like and subscribe. Sharing our content is also a great way to spread the love. And if you want to visit our website for more information on where you can connect with us, check out our link tree /content creators connect. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Make sure you give us a follow. Make sure you give us a subscribe, because at the end of the day, my friends, we want to serve you. And so if you have any requests for any particular content around technology, around cost cutting ways on streaming, or how to overcome that fear to do it, whatever it may be, leave us a comment or connect with us on any of these platforms that we're on. On to you, Kevin, my friend.
awesome. So yeah, definitely looking forward to hearing your comments of future. Hey, how did you get over there, Dory? So yeah, thanks for joining Content Creators Connect, also known as C3 tonight, as we discuss some audio tips for your live and recorded videos that you can start using today to help grow your online business. So until then, we urge you to identify and lean into your 3 C's. Start creating unique content that builds connections
Connections.
and break down those barriers. So we return next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, where Dory, actually she's not on here. We missed her.
You could bring
Uh,
her back in.
so Dory will be here discussing confidence on camera. And once again, we're going to be multicasting live to YouTube, Facebook, and hopefully we get to see you in our chat once again. So thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you spending the time with us, and have yourself a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye.
See ya.